Alright everyone, welcome back.
そのためにまずはお前の言葉を聞きたいのだ、エミヤシロ。
I'm moving? Someone grabs my head and jerks me up. It hurts. The wound in my chest rips open. My world goes white with pain.
案ずるな。ただ返事を聞くだけだ。聖杯は求める者にのみ答える。己のマスターが聖杯にふさわしいかどうか、お前とて興味はあろう。
それは無駄だ。シローは聖杯を欲しがらない。私のマスターはお前のようなゲスではない。
ああ、この男は初めからそう言っていたな。だがそれは本心ではあるまい。あらゆる人間に闇があるよう、この男にも影はある。例えばそう、10年前のあの日、この少年は本当に何も恨まなかったのか。その先にあったものを忘れることで振り払っているのではないか。
No, wait. What the hell is he talking about? The fire 10 years ago has nothing to do with this. This is meaningless. There's nothing here.
その傷を切開する。さあ、懺悔の時だ、エミヤシロ。
My body buckles. Pain shoots down my spine like lightning. In its wake, I feel my mind separating from my body. My vision goes red. Stop. 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 There's nothing here. Remembering this saves no one. Everyone died. All of them. I was the only one left, lost amidst the flames. Ashen corpses beneath smoldering rubble, crying out from every direction. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. I alone continued on. I needed help. I needed someone to save me. I kept on, never once looking down. Stop. The entire time. There were others calling out for help the moment they saw someone still moving. Stop. Help, 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 help. I knew. Of course I knew. And I pushed through anyway. Excuse me. I turned my back on those voices. I turned my back on the sounds of all those trying so frantically to escape. I turned my back on those pleading not to die. I turned my back on mothers begging me to take their children. I turned my back on the dying gazes of those too weak to ask for help. I kept pushing forward, alone, desperate for someone to save me. Wait. 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 I couldn't stand seeing their bodies. I couldn't stand seeing people suffer and die. I was sure I couldn't save them. I was sure they'd die no matter what I did. So I kept pushing on. Stop. Give it back. Give it back. Give it back. That's why I never stopped. I thought I had to live, even if just for another second. If people die without being able to do anything, so long as I could make it, I thought I had to live. Stop. But I was destroyed in the process. I held back tears and pushed on. I sought escape, and each step was harder than the last as I ignored every plea for help. It would have been easier. It would have been easier to go on if I'd asked for forgiveness. So I never did. Maybe it was the only way I could own up to the truth, that I was actually helpless to do anything. Stop. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Just as I wished, I alone was saved. The only other children at the hospital were those that had been in areas near the fire. I didn't need to know, but the man in the white coat told me anyway. In the depths of those flames, I alone survived. Please, stop. I bore witness to so much death and pain. I bore witness to endless sorrow. So many died that they had to hold mass funerals. I bore witness to so much grief, to so many different sentiments for the dead. I thought, just end it already. Hey, hey, hey. I thought I had to remember all of it. I had to. So many wanted help, and not one of them got their wish. And since my wish was granted, it followed that I should take on the weight of their deaths. No, I had to. I couldn't go on if I didn't. No more. Return. Return, return, return. That's why I desperately tried to follow in Kiritsugu's steps. For those I couldn't save. For all I couldn't do, I looked to a hero who could be a savior. Everything I once was fell away when I ignored those cries for help. I kept moving forward, void of all reason. No more. Please, please, please. And so, those I could not save passed on one last lesson. Go on. What was lost in all that? All I thought about was going forward on behalf of the dead. I took all the memories I had before that and locked them away, never to think of them again. The kindness of neighbors, being with my parents. I sealed all that up so I'd never think about it again. As if I were already dead. Don't open it up. I was no longer in pain. Kiritsugu Emiya adopted me, and I was finally happy. And that's why.
それを間違いだと思ったことが一度もなかったというのかね。
I'm telling you, don't open it. Agony and pain. Pure agony rips through my chest and drags me back to reality. The nausea simply doesn't end. My arms and legs are numb. My head burns. I can't breathe. Return. 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 Their voices continue echoing in my head. I vomit blood. Was that because I'm on the brink of death? Or because my psyche can't endure the voice any longer? My chest hurts. My heart hurts. It hurts so much. But I can't contain it. The wound deep inside me is the source of the pain. It will continue to hurt as long as I have those memories. It will swell up and never heal. I'm seeing things. For a moment, I think I see her. But no, she shouldn't be here. Bite down the pain. Begging for death is no longer an option. Even if she's just some dying dream, I can't let her see me like this. She has to think I'm okay.
深い傷だ。これでは癒されぬままでは苦しかろう。エミヤシロ。お前はそのままで一生を終えるべきではない。
I can make out the priest's voice. It doesn't sound like him. It's too warm, too compassionate.
お前は聖杯などいらぬと言ったな。だがどうだ。仮に10年前の出来事をやり直せるとしたら、お前は聖杯を欲するのではないか。あの出来事で失われたもの、すべてを救うのだ。あの事故をなくし、エミやキリツグなどにかかわらず、本来の自分に戻れる。それこそが、お前自身を救う唯一の方法ではないのかな。
undo what happened 10 years ago? Remake the person I am now, who survived at the cost of everything else that day? No. Even beyond that, if I could make everything as if it never happened, and no one would be hurt.
なんでそんな
I shake my head. Fevered as I am and completely unable to think, I still reject the idea and the images it raises. I curse this very weakness, because they are... It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. The voices echo in my head. My fingers desperately claw at the wet floor. Help me. Every single one of them cries out that they want to go back. And I wanted that too. Even if my life was nowhere near as horrific as theirs. After Kiritsugu adopted me, I still returned to that empty field many times. I still returned, though there was nothing there. I opened the front door that no longer existed. I walked halls that had burned to ash years before, and I smiled at my departed mother. I wanted to go back to before it all disappeared, and wait for dawn to come and wake me from this nightmare. No such miracle happened. Instead, I was left with this painful reality. But if I could live in a world where that never happened, where nobody was hurt, surely I...
さあ答えよ。お前が望むのならば聖杯を与えよ。
The priest with the miraculous chalice makes his offer. Return. 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 These voices will go away if I wish for it. Orphan children. If fate had taken even a slightly different turn, I would be here with them. I shouldn't even need to think about it. I shouldn't need to. So why?
いらないそんなことは望めない
I face the corpses. As I refuse, I grit my teeth. My response is to deny them. Whatever the Holy Grail is, I'm not gonna wish the dead to return or return to change the past.
そうだやり直しなんかできない死者はよみがえらない起きたことは戻せないそんなおかしな望みなんて持ってない
Tears sting my cheeks. I scream to the world that a miracle is impossible, and every time my own conclusion makes me cry. Why is the miracle of wanting ordinary happiness too much to ask for?
それを可能とするのが聖杯だ。万物すべて君の望むままとなる。
So he claims. But I can't agree. Even if I could change the past, I shouldn't. I can't. If I do, everything becomes a lie. Every tear, all that agony, the memory of what was, even that cold reality, wretched as it is in my heart. Everyone who died, screaming in agony. Everyone who risked their lives to help another. Everyone who mourned the fallen. If I were to just make it as though none of that happened, where would all of that go? What would I be doing to them? The dead wouldn't return. Reality can't be overturned. To continue onward, bearing the weight of all that pain, isn't it the very mark that proves something was there once? Everyone dies eventually, and sorrow fills the void they leave behind. But pain isn't the only thing left behind. It's the suffering that makes the goodness shine all the brighter. Those deaths, they shape me. My memories of Kiritsugu protect me. And those memories form the path that eventually intertwines with others. Even though all of that will eventually be forgotten.
その道が今までの自分がまだ
そうか。つまりお前は
聖杯なんていらない俺は置き去りにしてきたもののためにも自分を曲げることなんてできない
Tell him, Shiro. Let's go. I speak firmly, even from the depths of this torment. Willing myself to hold on to the conscious thought, I force myself to remain upright. And it's then that I realize I can't hear the voices. They're not echoing in my head anymore. I wonder what they thought of my answer. Though whatever they may have thought, I think it's sad that they seem to accept it without any resentment. That is, the answer her master arrived at. Her anger dissolves. All she can do is stare at her master, her words dying on her lips.
その道が今までの自分が間違ってなかったって信じている。
Despite his main body, as he struggles even to breathe, as he sheds the tears of one so horribly grieved.
置き去りにしてきた者のためにも自分を曲げることなんてできない。
Apologizing to those who must climb over but unwavering in his chosen path. Her vision wavers. Her breath quivers. She knows his history. Just as he saw visions of her past, so she saw his. She was certain he would agree. No. She thought he had to. She'd meant to say, "It's not your fault." But the words died on her lips. If only he could hear it. She wanted to tell him he should not have to carry that weight. But he denies even that. No matter how tragic the past, one cannot undo it. Her legs nearly give out beneath her. His words are greater weight than even she can bear. To swear an oath and single-handedly devote everything to carrying it out. She believed they were similar. How conceited. That was her great mistake. They were nothing alike. His resolve was so strong, and she, who could not even believe his words, was weak.
自らの救いではなく、自らの願いを取ったか。
The priest released the boy. He steps over the youth with a sneer, as if he's lost interest.
ではお前はどうだ、セイバー。小僧は聖杯などいらぬという。だがお前は違うのではないか。お前の目的は聖杯による世界の救済だ。
She feels her sense of reason is being imperiled. The priest says he will give her the grail. He will give her what she desires, her wish granted.
それは
She has no reason to refuse. That is the miracle she's been fighting for. It is the very reason she became a servant. What Shio's said has no bearing on her own concerns. To obtain the Holy Grail, she, Saber, the hero of the sword.
では交換条件だ。セイバー、オノが目的のため、その手で自らのマスターを殺せ。その暁には聖杯を与えよう。
I decided I would do anything for it. His words blindside her. She doesn't even know what to think. The priest's words, while easy to understand, are anathema to everything she believes and stands for.
どうした？迷うことはあるまい。今の小僧ならば、死んだということにも気がつかないうちに殺せるぞ。第一、もはや助からない命だ。ここでお前が引導を渡してやるのも情けではないかな。
The priest steps aside. Before her stands a door leading to the crypt and to her master. She steps into the damp room past the priest. She can't help herself. It's as if she stepped into the depths of hell. He was made to suffer in this place, to witness his own darkness, but he refused the salvation he was offered. She grips her sword. He lays at her feet, breathing raggedly. It would be the end of a long, long journey. The Holy Grail she desires in exchange for her life. All she must do is swing her sword, but one final time. A master and servant are united only until they obtain the Grail. She could end it right here.
どうした？何をためらう？聖杯と引き換えなのだぞ。 交換条件としては破格だと思うのだが。
The priest's words ring true. For her to hesitate now would be the height of hypocrisy. Even still.
その道が今までの自分が間違ってなかったって信じている。
His words refused to leave her mind.
私は
Though it disgusts her, she knows she's nothing like Shiro. She wants to append everything. That day so long ago, there must have been someone who would have drawn the sword from the stone and been a better king. There must have been someone who could have built a true utopia. The heart that loved her nation so dearly, and the young woman's doubt before she took the sword. On that day, she tried to fully and forever abandon her heart the day she drew the sword. How did she not realize this before?
置き去りにしてきたもののためにも自分を曲げることは。
To her, that is the girl who loved her country. The girl named Artoria, before she was crowned. That was not a kingly heart. A king could only believe in themselves. To deny that would be to deny everything she gave up. What is lost cannot be returned. Her master insisted on this, even as he suffered. His pain expression alone makes her heart ache. What was it she had said? She could not start over. It was her duty as the king, so she refused over and over. What duty? To resurrect her lost nation? To select a more capable king? Or is it to wish for all the death and destruction to have never happened to begin with?
それは違う。
That was a mistake. She was raised to be king. That is how she lived. In that, there was no flaw. But if that led to ruination, why could she not accept it? She had no regrets. If she could take pride in the way she lived her life, wishing for another chance was a pointless waste.
そういうことなのですね、シロ。
And so his anguished cries finally reached her heart. All the tears, all the pain, even her broken heart. Salvation could come from destroying all of it. But if it was undone, what would happen to everything swept aside in the undoing? I have stolen much from many, even their very lives. All that pain and regret is mine to bear. It belongs to me. If I were to wish for a chance at something, it should be for a miracle in here, and now, not to append the past. Each of the countless paths not taken before cannot be taken by sacrificing this one. Instead, I should forge ahead and work to fulfill what hopes have yet to come true even to this day. If she is nationless and uncrowned now, perhaps her wish should be for herself. No, she cannot make a wish like that either. She chose to take up the crown. She never suffered for that decision, not once. Even if no one ever understood or accepted her, that choice itself was her pride and joy. At the very least, she truly believed that when she drew the sword from the stone, that is her answer. Just as he found something to stand by, so too has she.
あ
She pledged once so long ago, something she swore to herself, she would fight. Even if she loses everything, even if everyone in the world hates her,
あ、私が愚かだった。
an oath from a king, a promise to fight against all odds. And so the king protected her country, but the country did not protect the king. And so it was. The ending may have been tragic, but she is no longer ashamed of the path that led there.
求める必要などなかった。
She fulfilled her duty as king. It led to ruin, but she saw everything through to the end. There need be nothing else. Of course, I did not want everything. The only thing I ever wanted from the very start. I did until the very end, even if it meant losing so much along the way. I'll keep this unattainable dream deep within my heart. and it may now end.
聖杯は欲しいけれどシローは殺せない。
She turns her sword on her enemy.
なんだと。
わからぬかゲロー。そのようなものより私はシローが欲しいと言ったのだ。
And that is why my role is set. I will be his sword. I will shield him from danger. All hesitation leaves her.
聖杯はいらぬというのか、セイバ。
聖杯が私を汚すものならばいらない。私が欲しかったものはもうすべて揃っていたのだから。
Yes, she has everything she needs with her now. Her pride as a knight, her promise as a king. Even the precious dream that young girl once held. Those words I do hear. The girl who professed that her only goal was claiming the Holy Grail. Now says that she has no need of such a thing. I call out to her as loudly as I can between ragged breaths. My vision still hasn't cleared, but I can still make out her presence. The pain is fading. My wound, which wouldn't close, begins to heal. Is it because she's close?
立てますかシロー。動けるのなら私の手に触れてください。
I take her hand. Whoa. My vision returns. My head, so fuzzy from blood loss, rapidly regains focus.
セイバ、これは。
はい。いかにゲイボルクの呪いといえど今のシローには通じません。私のそばにいてくれればじき感知するでしょう。それより今は。
Saber turns her gaze back to the underground sanctuary. Beyond the door, the last master, Kire Kotomine, stands at the threshold to the room. Beyond him is Lancer.
そうか。
He looks at us strangely, as if seeing us for the first time.
お前たちはつまらない。
The disappointment in his voice is palpable.
これではやはり聖杯は私が預かるしかない。だがそうなると少々手荒い話になる。私の望みを叶えるのであれば聖杯は完全でなければならない。エミやシロ、悪いがお前たちにはここで死んでもらわなくてはならなくなった。
I try my best to brace myself, but my body still won't listen. Even with Saber's hand in mine, it's all I can do to just stand. I can't possibly fight, so I'll only be a burden to Saber.
その心配は無用ですシロー。あなたはここにいてください。あのマスターとランサーは私一人で十分です。
ほう、それは大きく出たな。これは逃げた方が賢明かな、ランサー。
Lancer is silent. Of course, Kotomina doesn't actually sound all that worried. He's just making a show of it.
琴峰と言いましたね。倒す前に聞いておきましょう。あなたの目的は何なのです。聖杯の選定役である身で何を望むというのですか。
さて、言ってしまえば娯楽のためだが、それほど急を要しているわけではなくてね。実を言うとな、セイバー。私も聖杯にはそう関心はないのだ。ただあれは私の趣味に合っている。私以外にふさわしい持ち主がいないのであれば、もらい受けてやるのが世のためだろう。